Northern Monk. Everyone knows Northern Monk. They make great beer. They certainly used to, especially in the supermarkets. But which is the best Northern Monk IPA you can buy in today's supermarkets? Well, there's only one thing for it. Fight. Welcome back to Rocker's Beer Review, and much like the intro, I haven't really planned this out very well. So if you've seen some of my recent supermarket videos, I've mentioned Northern Monk a few times, and I wanted to do a video where I compared all the Northern Monk IPAs to decide which one was the best one you could buy. So I went to the supermarkets. I went to Asda, and I went to Sainsbury's, I went to Tesco, I went to Waitrose, and I went to Morrison's. And there's a lot of IPAs. And I've got with me here, I'm not going to drink them all in one go. I haven't even worked out how this video is going to work, but this is the intro one anyway. I'm either going to add them, put them all on together, do a series of videos, and then put them all on together onto one video. I haven't worked that out yet. Depends how long this first video goes on for. Or I may do some shorter videos where I'm doing 2 beers in every video. And I've got 8 beers here, so 4 videos. But then I might think, right, okay, the winner of those 4, it's been a bit like a mini World Cup. In fact, by the time this goes out, it might even be the start of the World Cup. Let's think of it, or the Euros. It's not the, I'm already badly organised. Let's start this again. I've got 8 beers from Northern Monk. All of them are IPAs. None of the stuff that I know is never going to win, and that's like the tropical world ones and the pina colada IPAs. None of that rubbish. We've got just pure IPAs, no adjuncts, just hops. And I've tried to match them together to make sure that we've got, it's a fair fight almost in this round. So we've got this. We're gonna have four videos. 1 against 1, and then the winner for each of that one will pay the winner of the next one at the semi-final. So we're starting in the quarterfinals, then we're going to have a semi-final, and then we're going to have a final. Hopefully we'll find the ultimate beer. So what have we got? What have we got here? Right, well, I'm going to show you the combinations. So the first review, I thought at first I was going to sort of compare them with supermarkets, but I wanted to compare them more with the sort of what I think is like a decent match. So this one is going to be one heat. We've got both, these are both IPAs. One's a double dry hopped IPA and one's a normal IPA, but they're both the Faith in the Futures. And I thought these were, they're probably going to win best artwork, I think. So we're going to face these two together. Now, this one is actually Tesco and this one is Morrison's, so different supermarkets, but I think similar beers. So I think that'd be a fair fight. The next one we're going to do, which I think I'll probably choose it more from the artwork, but I think we've got these two. So we've got Heathen, which is in multiple supermarkets, and then we've got Horde, which is in Tesco supermarkets. And obviously they've got the new graphics, but I thought these two go pretty well. And in the recent Northern Monks, I think Horde has been pretty good, and Heathen I think is always a fan favourite. So I think that's a good comparison. The next one we're going to do is another Faith in the Futures, and these are the sort of slightly quirkier ones. So we've got Lucy Ketchin IPA, which is from Sainsbury's, and we've got the Laura Slater from which is a Citra IPA from Waitrose. And you see here that I don't think this is going to be around long because they've got this sticker on it. £2.49 this one was, so that's pretty cheap. But I have enjoyed these beers before, and I think this is a good comparison. And then the next one, which is the ones I'm going to do today, and I have a sneaky feeling in the back of my mind, if I hadn't drank these and someone said pick out 2 of the best IPAs from Northern Monk, I'd probably pick these 2. So maybe it's a bit unfair that they're going to be faced off from each other in the quarterfinal. It's almost like a quarterfinal Brazil versus Germany or Brazil Argentina or something like that. So we got Transient, which is in Morrison's, against Order of the Faith, which is, again, as you see by the sticker, this is also on a £2.55 from Waitrose. I think these two, in my mind, are the best. But I think once we compare all of them, we may come up with a different solution. Now, there are some that are probably missing. Either they weren't available, I couldn't get them. There's another Faith in the Futures one in Asda. which I did have, but I drank it and enjoyed it last night. And I should have really saved that, but then that would have meant I've had 9 and it would have messed the whole system up. So, less of the talking, more of the action. I've brought myself to the conservatory today because I thought summer was coming, but it's actually raining. But it's a bit brighter, and I think these videos look better in the conservatory than Zoom office. It's a little bit brighter. You can see my face, you can see the beer, you get better analysis. So let's crack on, because we're already 5 minutes into this video. So, Order of the Faith. Now, this is as I said, this is from Waitrose. And I'm sure it used to be also in Morrison's, but I didn't see it in Morrison's this time. And it's a collaboration with Alpha Delta Brewing. I'm just going to check. I don't think these have got the hops in them, have they? Doesn't say the hops on this. But again, this is a 6 double dry hopped, and it's 6.5%. And then we've got another double dry hop, so that's a fairly even match. This is a 7%. This is transient. And again, has this got the hops on it? I'm sure this one has got the hops on it. Nope, it doesn't have the hops on it either. It's a new artwork. Both of these that's one's certainly a new artwork. But let's crack them open. 2 glasses. I'm not going to score them, but I'm just going to I might give them a total score, but I'm not going to go through the whole score or anything. But I'm just going to crack them both open and just give them a comparison. I think the other reason why I wanted to do this, and it's probably not so much with these two, but certainly I think some of the newer Faith in the Futures beers, whether they're just excuse me, the same beer but just repackaged. So I'd be interested to see if any of these are like, oh, this actually tastes exactly the same as the other one. And that's half the reason why I thought I'd put these up against each other. But I think these ones are going to be 2 that are different, and certainly in the glass they are. So, Order of the Faith, much more deeper orange. I mean, it's not amber, but it's definitely a much darker orange than you would expect, against the Transient, which is lighter. You see them together like that. Even in this, they were much more natural light in here, but this is definitely lighter. Same sort of 1 finger of head. Let's see what the aroma's like. Yeah, I mean, the Order of Faith has got a bit more orange, a bit more pine coming through, peach, apricot. It smells pretty good. It's nice and juicy, but it's much more that orangey, mango, passion fruit, stone fruit aroma. Now, the Transient, it's a little bit brighter. There's a bit more grapefruit. You get more citrus come through. It just smells a little bit more. It's more on the citrus side. So they're quite different in flavours, but let's see what the flavour's like. Order of the Faith first. Cheers, everyone. It's definitely like the aroma. It's orangey, passion fruit, mango, a little bit of apricot, very stone fruit heavy. It's smooth, the body's fairly smooth. It's drinkable, but it's almost like an IPA by number. It's very much like those sort of, I don't say traditional IPAs, but it's on that sort of sense where I wouldn't even call it very East Coast in terms of the flavours in there. Not quite what, you expect a bit more brightness, grapefruit, citrus, pineapple, those sort of flavours, and you're not getting that with this. But it tastes like a quality beer, not a supermarket beer, but it's more about your personal preference in terms of flavours. Right, let's go for the Transient. See, I would say that's smoother than the Order of the Faith. It's got a much softer body. I mean, Order of the Faith wasn't bad, but this definitely got a softer body. Flavours wise, you get little hints of mango and tropicalness in there, but then you are getting a bit more lemons and citrus in there. You are getting a bigger hit of grapefruit. This is a 7%, so it's probably, I think Heaven is 7.2%, but it's at the higher end of a lot of these IPAs, which are between, most of them are 6 to 6.5%. Yeah, I mean, that's a really good supermarket beer, the Transient. I think the big thing that makes it better than Order of the Faith is it's smoother. There's a softer body there. I feel there's more oats gone into this beer than the Order of the Faith. But flavours wise, it's a little bit brighter. It's a little bit more drinkable, I think. It's fruitier. There's a juiciness, and there's a little bit more. You're getting all that you get a mango and some citrus fruits up front, and then it sort of develops into a little bit more of a dry grapefruit sort of finish. The Order of the Faith has got that orange. If anything, there's the orange and the passion fruit up front. And then you're left with there's a little bit of pininess coming into this beer, more so than a transient. And you don't really expect pininess in these sort of hazy sort of IPAs, but you are getting that. Now, if you like that pininess, you might prefer it. But I think it's this is an easier one for me than I thought it was going to be. I thought this was going to be a tricky one between these two. But for me, transient wins. So, quarterfinal number 1, Order of the Faith versus Transient. And the winner is Transient. I'd say that would be probably a 3-1 win. You know, that's for me that it was. I didn't have to hesitate in terms of the flavour. I definitely think this one is the better one. I mean, I did think in the back of my mind that this was probably going to be one of the winners, but it'd be interesting to see how the others do and how they face up against this. But let me know in the comments what you think. I've over 11 minutes now, so I'm obviously not going to put all these together, because if I did all of them, it could be 40, 50 minutes. No one wants to watch all through that. So I'll be doing them and watch them out. What I probably will do is release them quite close together. And then I've got to decide whether I'm going to just do the 4 videos and then work out what I'm going to win, or will I then rebuy them, the winners of them, and face them off against each other. Then you're going to get 7 videos. It could be a bit too much, but we'll see how we get on. And as I say, by the time they all come out, it probably will be the Euros. So come on, England! And hope you've enjoyed this little thing. Let me know what you think, because if you hit this one and it's the first one, I haven't released the others. Let me know what you think. Can you straight away think, yeah, the best Northern Monk IPA is this one? I'm interested to know what everyone else thinks. Let me know in the comments. That's enough for today. Please subscribe, and then you'll see all the other Northern Monks reviewed. I think this is a useful video for everyone that goes to supermarkets and buys craft beer. So subscribe and you'll get notified of when those, and hit the notification bell. You know all the jargon, don't you? And then you'll know when they drop. Give it a thumbs up to make sure that I know that I'm doing the right thing, doing these crazy videos. And until the next one, well, you know what you're going to do. Drink good craft beer. Doesn't always have to be Northern Monk. And keep on rocking.